Oh, hello, brothers and subsisters, welcome back to Subsistence, I'm EkkiThump, etc. Our base is under attack by bastards. Let's rush up to the guard tower and see what we can do about that. Where are the bastards? There they are. Got one of them. I see you with your grenades. I don't see you with your grenades. Where have you gone? Stand still a moment, will you? There you go. 2 down. Is there any more? Any more for any more? Let's wait and see. Any more activity out there? No, I think we're safe. So, yes, hello, brothers and subsisters, welcome back to Subsistence. I am EkkiThump, and I have just defeated, I think, the reprisal raid on our base. So let's go and grab our spoils of war from out in the darkness. I was expecting that raid yesterday, but I was on just playing around with the stuff in the new patch, seeing what it gives, and it's pretty good stuff, I have to say. Quite like the new changes. We'll show them off in a second. First of all, let's go and find those crates before they vanish. Here's one. Excellent. Liking it. Liking it. Shotgun shells and meat. And where's the other one? Is he further back? I should have brought my glow stick out. He was in a similar sort of region. He was probably a bit further back than this. There it is. Excellent. Alright, decent little haul. So anyway. When did I upgrade this? I don't know. So, yes. New stuff in the game. We've got, you see these things here? First of all, the thing I'm most impressed with in the patch, quite honestly, is the new water system. So the old water system is still around. You can still find consumable plastic bottles of water in the world. But we've also got these. Now these are canteens of water. Refillable canteens. And what we need to do is take these canteens out to the lake, fill them with dirty water, and bring the dirty water back to either a campfire or a wood burner or something like that and boil it up. So the reason I like this change is it's active survival. It's not we like set up the wellhead and just sit here and wait for it to produce bottles of water for us, or accidentally stumble across bottles in the wild. Now we actually have to go out and fetch our own water. Well, I mean we can, and it honestly seems like a pretty good way to keep ahead of the curve, because we have been slightly worrying about the water situation. The wellhead, even if I stick it on overdrive and double the speed of it, it doesn't produce that much. It's only about 2 or 3 bottles of water a day. Whereas with this thing, you know, I can get quite easily 6 bottles of water a day. I can build a stockpile if I keep building canteens. And I can either drink these, and I've checked, I can just drag them onto here. Use them to refill the stocks there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to empty out 3 of these, and when morning comes we're going to go and fill these up, just so I can show off the new system. I imagine the chickens need an extra bottle by now. Here's the dawn. Oh, incidentally, I finally realised why we're not getting any more eggs. It's because if you read the text here, it's chicken can be domesticated, will lay 1 egg for each level after level 2. That means each level up. So when they hit level 3 they'll lay an egg, when they hit level 4 they'll lay an egg, and so on and so on. So level 10 chickens aren't going to produce any more eggs. So honestly we might as well start killing and replacing the level 10 chickens, sad as it may be. But it's not entirely sad. Let me pick up you, for instance. You can see in the... Well, maybe you can't see. You are watching this on YouTube after all. But in the text here it says Butchering will yield reared chicken meat, same as always, 5 feathers, and 7 premium feathers. Premium feathers are used to make premium arrows, which are big game hunting arrows. Now, they're not as good against wolves and bears as the smaller arrows are against rabbits, but they do a decent amount of damage. If I can try and get a headshot on this lad here. You can see that did 35 points. Now, they are quite an investment. It's a premium feather, 2 iron fragments, and a little bit of scrap, which no one cares about. But, yeah, I have to say that they feel like a little bit underpowered, if I'm honest. You know, if I'm spending that much on a projectile, I would expect it to do more than that. Now, it is comparable to what, let's say, somewhere between a pistol bullet and a magnum round, I think. So maybe it's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. But you can see this is a level 2 wolf, and it takes 3 hours to take him down. Why did I use a health kit there? A small change is that animal corpses will now disappear immediately once you've butchered them. Right, so we need to go and get a new chicken to replace the one I just savagely murdered. Well, I didn't kill him yet. Let's kill him. So I butcher him, I get the chicken meat, as usual. Normal feathers, fat, etc. And these things, which are the premium feathers. And basically we just we can carry both kinds of arrows, and we can go small game, which are the brownie ones, and premium, which are the they look metallic on the hotbar. They seem to have the same model, more or less, when you actually knock them. So I can imagine some annoyance as I fire premium arrows at chickens or vice versa. It should work out okay though. Anyway, I'm just going to store these now because I'm not going to spend any more resources on making the arrows at the moment. Oh yes, and this is also the chest space expansion, because now the storage crates have gained an extra row here. Extra 5 slots. Nice, like it. So, let's put all these things away. We're going to leave this water behind, and the protein bars. And we're going to go and catch a chicken, get some water, bring it back here and boil it. So, we now basically have as much water as we're willing to spend the time and resources to get. If we wanted to go really insane, we could even have like 2 wood burners. Basically, we could stockpile water. We could spend a day just making canteens, like going back and forth to the lake, filling them up, bringing them back, and just boiling like 3 cans at a time, 6 cans at a time, and have like a chest just full of water. Which I like. I like being able to stockpile resources ahead of time. I kind of like the sort of frantic scarcity of hoping that your wellhead comes through in time, or that you're going to come across, say, a bottle in a crate. I think I would miss that if the game went entirely strategic survival. But I think that's the way it's going, and I'd be okay with it, you know. It would be, I think it would, overall it would be a better game, even if it would lose just a little bit of flavour. Like these supply crates, for instance. Now, ColdGames has been saying for a long time these are supposed to be placeholders. I'm interested to see how, if that's the case, what he's going to do about nails. Because nails you need very early in the game, like way before you have the workbench to make them with, or like any power to run the workbench. You know, you need nails on day 1 or 2 to put up your little platform to put the BCU on. So if the idea is that he's going to replace crates with, I don't know, more specific scavengeable resources, or more different ways of crafting stuff, we're going to have to wait and see, but I think that's going to be a big conundrum. I'm sure he'll find a way if he wants to. But yeah, so the changes happened immediately. You now, same as when he added the firelighters. Like the firelighters that you could craft. Fuck it, let's just kill this guy. He's not going to leave us alone. The rogues are back on the other side of the river, which is not the best. The other side of the lake, even. They seem to like that spot. I think the past 3 out of 4 days there's been at least one rogue camp there. So, what else has been added? Well, there's now a disease system. System in inverted quotes. It's not really a system. Basically, there's a single disease effect which lowers your max health and stamina. And you can acquire a disease in one of 2 ways. You can, well, 3 ways technically. You can eat and cook meat. So that's not a good idea to do that anymore. You can be bitten by an animal. So every time an animal draws blood, there's a chance you'll contract a disease. Or, what was the third one? I forgot what the third one is. Oh, drinking dirty water, which is why we've got to take it back to base and boil it. It's not guaranteed that any of those things is going to give you a disease. But, you know, why risk it? If you do get a disease, there's now, of course, an item to fight it. You need a liver, though. You need a liver and some kelp and some medicinal herbs. And I did contract a disease yesterday. It's quite nasty. It reduces you to 60% maximum stamina, which is, you know, well into the yellow zone. So forget about running any really long distances when you've got a disease, especially if you're also hungry. So I guess it might be a good idea to keep antidotes and or adrenaline packs on you if you're just out and about now. I'm not going to do that just yet. Honestly, I've forgotten actually how you make adrenaline packs. I don't think I've ever actually crafted one to come to that. But it's something to do with biofuel and medical herbs, I'm sure. Alright, so we're going to take this back to the base and we're going to sling it in the fire and boil it up. We still need that chicken. We still need that replacement chicken. So, quite simple. You cook it in inverted commas, same way as you would everything else. It also needs fuel, which we're nearly out of, so let's go and chop a couple of trees and get some of that. And I think a couple more, well, maybe one more. 9 logs should do it. It's 10 logs to fill the furnace entirely, isn't it? So there we go. Deterministic survival, kind of, is coming along. Now there you go. It boils quickly. The water's boiled. So that's 3 more, essentially, bottles of water. Although these technically are better than bottles of water. It's plus 35 hydration. Nice. I haven't checked actually. I should try. Can I make canteens of berry water? No, no, you can't. So if you want berry water, you'll still need blueberries and plastic bottles. So I've no idea why you can't squeeze blueberries into a canteen, same way you can squeeze it into a plastic bottle. But there you go. Okay. Fuel. Perfect. Meat in the freezer. Look at all this I'm building up. Right, so drop off canteens, drop off fibre, plants, nails, etc. Let's make some shells for the shotgun because we are now out of them. 2, 3, 4. 4 shells. Fine. Cotton. It's a shame we don't need any more cotton because we have almost got a full crop of it. Oh, there's a bottle of water here. Right, so let's see. So it was 35 hydration. This is 34 hydration, but it's also plus 15 fruit and veg. So berry water's still valuable. But the canteens are better than just straight up bottles of water. I need some protein. I'm actually in the yellow on that. Let's have that. Cooked liver there. Right, you need fertilizer. Let's fertilize you. So yeah, if we wanted to, we could even survive without the wellhead. Knowing that it's in the game, I'm kind of inclined to leave the wellhead there and just let it do its thing. Yeah, so I like the active survival, but if I can have the semi-cheaty infinite resource generator, why not? He hasn't turned it off yet and like refunded the resources, so I guess it's still part of the game plan. It's just not supposed to be the be-all and end-all of water collection. And where the hell is my pickaxe? Is this even worth going back? It's copper. Yeah, I should go back for that. Pickaxe, pickaxe, pickaxe. There it is. Get the copper. Power is not... Oh. I'll just use another health kit. One of these days I'm going to learn to type. Okay, copper ore. Right, what time is it? I need to go and find another chicken. Start him on the path. Let's head this way. It's historically been quite good for chickens. A little bit wolfy, but very chickeny. None so far, though. Rabbit, not interested in rabbits at the moment. You don't lay eggs. You're clearly inferior. Damn, where are they all? Must have heard them on the hunt. The chicken assassin is out for blood once more. And they know I'm the chicken kidnapper, the chicken snatcher. No, don't want a bear. Should load these guns as well. No point carrying them if they're not loaded. Can't even see one zoomed in. Wow. No chickens at all in this entire area. It's not even a level of detail thing. You can see chickens from miles away if you look carefully. There's just none here. Well, none that I can spot anyway. Got a bear. Again. Rogue hunters. Wolf. Okay, let's swing back around. Oh! Where did that come from? Oh, it's that guy. It's okay, he's just walking at the moment, we can outrun him. feel like I'm being herded. I feel like there's only one way I can run that doesn't have animals waiting for me. Oh no, rabbit, damn it. When I used to be looking for rabbits, all I could find was chickens. Now the reverse is true. Oh well, let's keep going. Or should we? No, it's only noon, we don't need to head back yet. Definitely need fibre. We did spend a lot of cordage making the canteens. They are... how much are they again? There they are. 3 scrap and 2 fibre. But for that, you can get as much water as you like out of 1 canteen. So it's a pretty decent investment. And it's not honestly that expensive to get them going. That's just a rabbit again. Fucking hell, where are the chickens? Ooh, and I should say, being so far from the base and in the area where I've historically died the most, there is now a marker to your stuff. So ColdGames kind of relented on that. Apparently it was the most requested feature ever. The trade-off for that is that there's now a guarantee that you'll lose a third of your inventory on death. Weapons are... There's a chicken. Weapons are excluded from that. If you have a weapon in your inventory, you won't lose it. But you can lose ammunition. You can lose basically anything else. Food, water, supplies, anything. Just not weapons and I assume tools is part of that. But yeah, you will at least get a marker to your stuff now, so if you had clothes, you won't lose them. Which would have been nice for me, you know, I would have enjoyed not having to rebuild my all my stuff over and over again when I had that brief spell of dying every episode. But oh well, we were the forerunners. We endured these pains so that you don't have to. Okay, well, mission accomplished, so let's head home and make sure the animals don't starve to death. It's a race against time. The animals will eventually just keel over and die in inventory. Can't hang around forever. Wow, this wolf has a lot of stamina. So yeah, supply crates, these ones, medical supply crates they're actually called. These have been a bit nerfed to reduce the incidence of water in them. I wonder if there's anything been done to the tomato seeds, because it has been quite a while since I've seen one of those. Okay, we actually legitimately don't need any more meat, any livers, any cloth, any fat, so we're just going to completely ignore the wolves if we can, and obviously shoot them in the face if we can't. Here we are, nearly home. This is Unhappy Valley. Have to go around the rock to avoid that wolf there. So I don't think there's going to be much building getting done today, but we've had a good look around. So kind of interesting actually that he's introduced kelp and then immediately introduced the use for it. Quite a good one as well in the form of the antidotes. I don't quite get the connection between lake kelp and what I assume is some kind of septic poisoning from animal wounds, but you know, whatever. As long as it's on the recipe list and no one's confused about how you make it. You're going to let me get at this, aren't you? Yeah, you're going away. It's fine. Excellent. Chicken! Welcome to your new home. Oh, there's an egg there already. Fantastic. And some fertiliser. You need all the tomatoes, don't you? And probably some water as well. Did I? Oh, have I used all the tomatoes already? Fuck. I've got these and these. Ah yes, protein bars. That's a good point. We can feed you protein bars, can't we? Unless that was a bug that's just been patched. Yeah, you're alright. You've got loads of food there. Let's give you a couple of canteens. These are 35, so we'll probably fit in 2 full canteens. That'll take you up to 70 odd %. And then we'll leave it at that just to avoid wastage. Yeah, that's fine. And how about the tomatoes? Nearly grown again already. Excellent. Excellent. Blah, blah, blah. Where's the canteens? The full canteens. Fertilizer and water. Yeah, another water. Fire. Let's keep that burning. Keep the fertilizer coming. So yeah, if I can figure out a way to spare the tomato seeds, which I might do actually, I might take a couple of seeds from the next crop, rely on protein bars for just a little while, and get a second crop of tomatoes going. Because I'm pretty sure now we can keep up with the fertilizer and the water. We are like well ahead of the game on fertilizer, as you can see. We've got two stacks and a bit of ash fertilizer, almost a full stack of animal fertilizer, and we've obviously now got as much water as we care to boil. So I think I might do that. I think next time the tomatoes grow, I might start a new crop of them. How much daylight do I still have? Is it nearly night time? It's nearly night time, but let's see if I can nip out and place these last 2 walls down. Nice doggy. And then tomorrow, I guess we'll be back on the old wood hunt. Got to get this finished. Still got plenty of upgrades to do on the old stuff. It's not all new patch madness. Obviously this is the post-patch episode, so we're showing some new stuff off. But yeah, overall, liking the game's current direction, particularly the direction of active survival versus passive with the water bottles. Also liking the fact that it means I can sustain at least 2 tomato beds instead of just the 1. Also liking the fact that we survived another hunter reprisal raid. Those boys are seriously going to have to up their game. It's getting a bit easy now, isn't it? But I don't think I've got time for anything else today, so I will probably sign off there, to be honest. That's been Subsistence, and I've been EkkiThump. Do hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this game, and I will see you next time.